Have you ever been annoyed with someone only to discover they were going through something you knew nothing about? One morning, a woman named Claire walked into a small cafe on her way to work, and honestly, her morning had already been terrible. She'd overslept, traffic was awful, and she had an important meeting coming up. All she wanted was a quick cup of coffee. She placed her order, checked the time on her phone, and stepped aside to wait. 5 minutes passed, then 10. People who had ordered after her were already walking out with their drinks. Claire looked at the clock again. Now she was getting frustrated. She tried to be patient, but when 15 minutes had passed, she thought, "This is ridiculous. How difficult can one coffee be?" So Claire walked toward the counter, already rehearsing what she was going to say. And she wasn't planning to be particularly nice about it. "Excuse me, I've been waiting 15 minutes. People who came in after me have already been served." The young man behind the counter immediately looked up. "I'm really sorry," he said. "I must have missed your order." Claire opened her mouth to tell him that this wasn't good enough. But then she noticed something. His hands were trembling. His eyes were red. And although he was trying to smile at customers, something clearly wasn't right. Suddenly, the complaint Claire had prepared didn't feel quite as important. She looked at him and asked, "Are you okay?" The question seemed to catch him completely off guard. He stopped for a second and looked down at the counter. Then quietly he said, "My mom was taken to the hospital this morning. I found out just before my shift started." Claire didn't know what to say. 15 minutes earlier, all she could think about was being late. Now she saw the person standing in front of her. She softened her voice and said, "I'm sorry. I didn't know. Please, take your time. My coffee can wait." The young man looked at her and gave the smallest smile. Then he said something Claire wasn't expecting. "Thank you. People have been getting angry with me all morning. I'm trying. I just can't seem to concentrate today." And suddenly Claire realized she'd been only seconds away from becoming one more person who made an already difficult day even harder. She went back to her table and waited. But she wasn't thinking about her coffee anymore. She was thinking about how quickly she'd judged him. She knew nothing about the phone call he'd received that morning. Nothing about the fear he was carrying while he stood behind that counter. And isn't that how life often works? We encounter someone's behavior, but we rarely know the story sitting underneath. The distracted coworker, the unusually quiet friend, the slow cashier, the impatient stranger. Sometimes we're seeing one difficult moment in a much bigger story. So before you judge someone's worst moment, remember, you may be seeing their behavior without knowing their battle. Sometimes a little patience is the kindness they needed that day.